Hello guys, so in this series what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to use VIM and basically what VIM is and how you can use it and increase your productivity when you're working. And it's not only about productivity, to be very honest. If you work in any kind of Linux environment, let's first say you're working on a remote Linux system, so you're gonna maintain the server, there is a very good chance that you're going to work with VIM because you don't have any GUI. So as you don't have any graphical user interface, so you're going to use VIM. So let's get started, and let's get started with the basics. So what I'm going to do is, so if we want to type something in VIM, there are certain modes. The mode that I'm currently in is normal mode. Okay, so if I do like this and I'm typing but nothing is working, so I'm going to press escape, and what you do is you press I for insert, and then you can type anything you want. Okay, now if you want to exit out of this insert mode and exit back to the normal mode, you need to press escape again. Let's talk about something we call as a visual mode. But before that, I'm going to type something, and okay, yeah, so I'm going to type this is the line that visual mode is going to be selected. Okay, now, okay, I'm not sure if you guys can see this. I'm gonna zoom it in, so you can see it's typed, and I'm going to go to the visual mode now. So you see in the bottom left, it's now in the visual mode, and I pressed V for that. So if I go to the left using H, yes, you can use your arrow keys in the keyboard, but VIM prefers you to use the HJKL. Okay, so I'm in the visual mode and I got it selected. So let's first say I want to delete this selected. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to press D and it's going to be deleted. Okay, now let's first say you accidentally deleted something, but you don't want it to be deleted, you want it back. How do you do it? It's easy. You press U. When you press U, it will come back. So I'm going to press U and it's back again. So let's talk about something else about visual mode. We just selected like only one word, or maybe you can go select the entire line. Okay, how do you do it? You press Shift V, you get the visual line mode now. So I'm going to do one thing. I'm not going to show it right now, it's going to be too much for one video, I think. So you delete again by pressing T. No line in the buffer now. Okay, so let's first say you want to save a file. Alright, so let me just create one. Let me just create one and show you how you do it. So let me just touch index.php. Yeah, so let's PHP. Yeah, so we have this index.php. Now let's do something like PHP and what should I say? I'm going to write something echo hello world. This is the very basic thing in every programming tutorial. Without hello world you just can't get up the basics. That's how things are. Okay, so we just typed something, like inserted something by using the keyword I, and got out of the insert mode by using escape. Now the question stands, how can we actually save it? It's easy. You hold your shift and hold the colon button right beside L on the right side, and you see on the bottom left there's a colon. Now this is the command. This will take all the commands. Okay, so if I press W, this will write. Okay, and if I press E for editing a file. Okay, there's a lot of commands that I'll show you. So for the basics, we just need to edit things. Okay, so we just write it down. Right, it got right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another tab, and I'm going to do php index.php and say, yeah, hello world is being outputted. So it's actually being written, it's persisting. Okay, and now I'm back to my Vim tab. So let's first say you want to quit out of Vim. You just can't like use the cursor and exit out of the enter terminal, because you have to again use the SSH to log in into your Linux system. So that's not helpful. So what we're going to do is quit, Q for quit, and I usually use this symbol, but I know is this is what they say, and do nothing. Yeah, so we are now exited out of Vim. Alright, so let's get back into it again and see what can we do. Now, there's a lot of things in Vim you can do. There's things like vertical split, horizontal split. So if you use VS Code, you do know this, that okay, I'm in visual mode, so you do know something like this. Let's get it. Yeah, you see this. The two tabs. Yeah, so what I used is Control W. I think in Mac that's Command W to shift. You have to press twice W. Okay, you hold the Control button, but you have to press twice. Okay, so that's a lot of things that I showed you. You don't have to worry about the splitting thing. I'll show you in some other tutorials. So what I'm going to do is quit out of it and do nothing. All right, there's another way you can quit, and you can quit and also use A. That's pretty much it for the basics, and I would like to show you one last thing that's very important, and that is something a lot of people don't show when they show you the basics. So the basics, which is the most important thing that the Vim people or the Vim community suggests you, is to use the HJKL. So what H does is it goes to the left, what L does is it goes to the right, what K does is it's going to the top, and what's J, it's going to the bottom. So yeah, that's how you move around in the normal mode actually, and it's a little bit tough. There's this website, I forgot, I'll try to give it in the link. You can go and play and learn Vim, and also you can always use help by pressing. Okay, here's the thing, if you actually are in the insert mode and you press colon, that's not gonna work. Okay, so you gotta just escape out of it. Okay, so shift colon and then type help, and you will see a lot of things. It will tell you things what you need to know. There's, yeah, you can see we can already see the modes: normal, visual, insert, command line mode. So I usually use currently the normal, visual, and insert mode. So yeah, you can also use the there is something called the book user manual. Yeah, this one. So if we want to use it, so you can type something like usr_doc.txt txt. So what this will do is, the TOC stands for the table of content. It's written here, and if we press enter, it's gonna show you everything. Alright, you don't have to run around and go buy books and go buy tutorials for these things. You can actually see what's they're suggesting. Okay, so let's go to the chapter 1, or maybe I'll go to the first step in the VIM, which is a chapter 2. Okay, this r_03.txt. Yeah, so we are in the chapter we're in the chapter 3. Alright, so yeah, you can see everything. I'm still using the HJKL system. Alright, so yeah, this is the things you can always like reference when you're stuck. Right, so just a thing that I'm showing you so that you don't fall behind when you're working with VIM. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today, and all the best.